Okay. Hi. We just pulled up anchor at Hospital Point, and I'm on my way to Hampton, Anchorage, which is off the James River, near the Hampton, on the other side of the Hampton River, which is on the other side of the interstate tunnel, so the east side. So we got the anchor. Boy, she was buried in there. Guess I wasn't going to go anywhere. She was dug into that mud. That's a good thing, okay? I like it. I don't like to clean the mess, but I like to know that my anchor is dug in there. I have a Mantis 45. Some days I wish I got a 55, but she does okay. She's more than what this boat needs. It's actually her storm anchor, and it's my all-purpose anchor. And as we say goodbye to Hospital Point, and happy Easter. People know that Portsmouth is a naval shipyard base. They are actually, I think they're on both sides of the Elizabeth River, St. James River. Sometimes I anchor over here and there's nobody in here. It's just a little further from the marina. That's all. Just a little further. So not only is it the naval shipyard, there's a lot of other shipping transport companies in here, a lot of barges. Sure is a lot of naval ships. I think they're nuclear naval warships, and there may also be supply ships in there. Okay, well, we lost our wind, so I pulled in the head sail. I'm doing pretty good because the current is going in the right direction. And the other sailboat that left just before me, I'm almost caught up with them. They're probably going into Hamilton too, or Hampton rather, into Hampton. Where I'm going to anchor. Looks like they're going there too. Don't know how many will be in there. Usually this time of year it's not too bad. So we're going to turn you around. And we're motoring, not sailing. I think maybe 2 miles or so from the anchorage, maybe 3. I don't know. I don't think it's that far. But that's looking out at the Chesapeake Bay. And so yeah, we're going to be coming in there and anchoring. We go over the tunnel. There's a bridge, the interstate. I think it's an interstate. I want to say 64. But that's the rest of it way over there. The GoPro picks it up, and then the middle gap up here, what goes underneath the waterway. So hi again, we're up on deck, and I'm going to show you where we anchored. I kind of like this place. Usually it's not that many boats in here, and right now we're getting more and more boats, so I'm glad I got in here when I did. So I'm going to turn it around, and there you go. So this is Hampton. There's another name, I'll post it on there. Photius, something like that. But there's a fort over on the other side here. There's a park. Way over there, that little bridge. You can go under there with your dinghy. And over there, there's a public dock. Okay, so the town that's next to where I'm anchored is Phoebus. It's a very small town. It's kind of got a few little restaurants and stuff. There's also a restaurant there that was famous on Shark Tank. Then there's also Fort Monroe that is there. And later on through the video, I'll show you visiting Fort Monroe. The other boat on the other side of it was the one that left this morning. They're from the Netherlands, and they're waiting for a window. They're going up towards Chesapeake, somewhere up that way, and then they're going to wait for a window to go across the Atlantic. So yeah, so we're anchored, and I guess one time I need to film doing the anchor. So I have a bridle, and so there's a bridle, and it's chained, like it has a little claw, and it goes into the links. It's a mantis. It goes right into one of those links, and then it wraps around with a strap, and then it has 2 lines right here, and we know that it's working because it's got pressure on it. But for safety measures, you know, for my safe of my windlass, okay, I run another little line back and take up the slack here, so that in case something fails out there, it's not going to pull it right out of my windlass, right? It's not going to be working hard on it. So that's how I do it. I've been doing it that way for a long time, and it works for me. We're ready to go in. I'm on the dinghy. I'm going to go ashore. Hampton here. Might go check out the fort before the winds change later. Hopefully I can get back to the boat because I'm just rowing. Just rowing. So that's what I'm doing right now. We're going to head over to there. And there's Blue Dancer. Hey, well, we're walking, or I am walking on the bridge over towards, I don't know if I'll make it before the weather gets bad. I don't know. Well, it's really supposed to be any rain until tomorrow. There is a small crafts advisory. It starts at 4 p.m. till 10 tonight. So, I don't know. I guess we just deal with it with what we can. There's Blue Dancer way out there. That is I-64 over there. So I'm just walking along the shore. Main entrance to Fort Monroe. I'm not sure what this building is, but it's interesting. I like the iron work for the balconies and stuff. It's kind of neat. I'm looking for a sign for what it is, but I don't see it. I know it's 90 Ingalls Road, whatever, building 100. So I don't know if it's part of the fort or who is in here. USAAG is D. I don't know. Can't tell on there. It looks like a D, but no, it's a C. So it's USAAC is the name on the door. So that is kind of neat. We'll have to find out what it is. I have to do some research. So it says the Fort Monroe Arsenal. So building 27 was constructed about 1860 during the Civil War, and for a number of years after, it was occupied by the machine shop of the Fort Monroe Arsenal. This arsenal specialized in the manufacture of seacoast gun carriages. It says 1873 on there. Yeah. So that's what this was. Cool. There's some nice places turned into. I guess there's apartments and duplexes, homes in here. They look like they're got nice landscaping here. Okay, so we're in a coffee shop.
I'm trying to think of strawberry then. Our one scoop is technically like 3 scoops, so I can take you a chocolate one on each cheese. Thank you. You want that? Thank you.
What I got? Good vanilla Hershey's ice cream. Awesome. So I guess I'm near the entrance of Fort Monroe. So it's got a moat around it. And you can walk all the way around it, I guess. So I'm gonna go in here and see where I come out at. Fort Monroe is a formerly military installation located in Hampton, Virginia, at the Old Point Comfort, the southern tip of Virginia's peninsula of the United States. It was part of the harbor defense of Chesapeake Bay in 1896 to 1945, and it was built by the U.S. Corps of Engineers, and it was used between 1823 to 2011. Its materials that it was built with was stone, brick, and earth, and the battles or wars that were part of this history was American Civil War, the World War I, and World War II. It was also part of the Spanish War, and it also had 500 and some odd acres originally, and it made it the largest fort ever built in the United States. So we're walking up here, and the ice cream was so good. So the boat goes all the way around. And look at all the buttercups. Buttercups galore up here. With a kid, we used to do to see if we like butter and yellow. Yeah, buttercups. Okay, so can somebody tell what these are? I know what they are because they were to hold some type of either cannon or whatever is supposed to be up there, and so that they can angle them, because this is like a bunker behind, and of course that's out towards the ocean out there, but it's got a track, so they were made to, and it's got a pivot point, so it was made to pivot around on it. Now how cool is that? There's a, looks like on this side there's 4 of them. So okay, well, we're at the, which I would believe is probably the east end, southeast, maybe the south end of the fort. And I'm out by there. So maybe we'll walk down there for a bit. Alrighty. Guess you can't go inside those bunkers, so, but I'm gonna go down and check out the beach and then walk back to Wave Dancer, the dinghy, and go back. I'm gonna walk in through here. Oop, here comes the car. Woohoo! Guest car, you're just gonna have to wait. I got a car approaching from behind here. So here's the moat on this side. Unfortunately, the lighthouse was being refitted, and it was covered with like big cover of white shrink wrap. I might walk down there just to see if I can see the lighthouse, because there's piers.
Thanks for watching our video. Be sure to give us a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe so you don't miss any of the new upcoming videos. And thanks for your
Nice
support.
day.
And we love you. Bye.